Now it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
Just stay out of my way, or you'll pay. Listen to what I say.
How about I just go eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say?
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. Don't go away. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daily and Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily and Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daily and Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
When it comes to the Wi-Fi in your home, are you in control? Manage your Wi-Fi with the ATC Control app. ATC can help you get the best Wi-Fi experience. Prioritize your laptop while you work from home, or prioritize your streaming devices to enjoy your favorite shows. Ready for a better Wi-Fi experience? Visit ATC's website at www.ardmore.net to download the free ATC Control app today. Certain equipment and/or services may be required. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
He's got a push. Back up 3. And he got it! 3-pointer at the buzzer to win it! Unbelievable!
Join Play Action Sports for another season of Calhoun basketball. You can hear live action from men's and women's teams streamed on the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus or online at pasplus.net. Check out the online archives on the website or on your favorite podcast platform too. And listen for select games on Sundays at noon on WKAC Radio. Calhoun basketball from PAS Plus.
Hey, this is Will Johnson, head football coach at East Limestone, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
What an amazing lineup we have. I have missed everybody, in case y'all was curious.
Missed you, man.
But when you're sitting there, you know, in your recliner, in your Joms on a Friday night, ready to do the show, and you get a email stating you have been approved for credentials of Auburn versus Georgia.
Yeah, that's a calling.
Georgia? Yeah.
And Georgia's had one of those funny seasons, man. Like, they're a really good basketball team.
They are.
But they lose to teams they shouldn't. They beat teams maybe they shouldn't as well.
Yeah.
But they're very competitive.
If you remember the one down in Athens at the beginning, early in the year, that's the game that would never end.
Yeah.
Pat Adams, the referee, he add 0.6. Add 0.6 to the clock. Add 0.20 to the clock. Come on, dude.
Really?
Yeah, let's get the game over with.
It'll be over.
Either way, we took care of business down there. Really took care of business this last Wednesday night, man. That was awesome. Beat Florida. No, it wasn't Florida. It was who did we play? Yeah, no, it wasn't Florida. Who did we play?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It's Ole Miss. That's who it was. It was Ole Miss, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and on Instagram or X at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives, or if you're like me, you can go to tailgatetalk.net and listen to the show on the way down the highway of past shows. You can also vote for this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show at area code 256-8121-TGT, area code 256-812-1848. And I scrolled too quick and looked at R, so the 8 and the R got mixed up.
So that's what happens when you hadn't been here in a while.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Breaking you back in.
Our calling guests come in via the First National Bank hotlines, making communities great. And as I said earlier, we've got a good lineup today. This is the first time this year that Timothy Jones, the owner of the North Alabama War Dogs, coming back on the show. He going to be in studio? We're going to be on the phone?
He's coming in too.
Good.
Actually, he'll be in at 11.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Coach, well, you hadn't gone.
I haven't gone the rest of them yet. But you're welcome if you want to go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, Calhoun coaches are coming into Hizzle.
Yeah, they're coming in after him.
Yes, Calhoun, women's coach. We all know her. We love her. Candace Byrd is joining us. And men's head coach Derrick Powell will be joining us as well. Clement softball head coach Jessica Wallace. Will she be in the studio?
No, we got to call her.
Well, okay then. And AP Steadham, our Swami of the SEC. He's our weekly guest. And Clay Freak Daddy Coleman, our Havoc hookup, the elephant in the room. Auburn is traveling to Lexington today. They may beat our tails up there. But
you don't ever know with
you
basketball.
never know with basketball,
not
man. That's the truth. That is the truth. Anyway, I'm sure Clay will be ready to talk about that one. So, hey, did you see that, was it Billy Horschel, or whatever his name was, chased that gator off the golf course?
I just saw it.
Yeah. Another TV.
Showed it.
I traveled to Florida, and the place I used to go, it was kind of back in the swampy area and in the middle of Florida, not on the coast or anything. And I rounded the corner, and right there by a bridge, a darn 6-foot alligator run right out in the road in front of me.
Dang.
And I slammed on the brakes. And you wouldn't believe how fast that sucker turned and went back in. It was fast, man. It was
like a move.
Yes, sir, for about 5 seconds.
Well, they got a couple of little gators there on game day.
Oh, but dang, they can have all them gators. That's a bigger one.
Years ago, Coach Story's Uncle Charles lived in Baton Rouge, and we'd go down there for LSU games and stay with him.
Oh, man, what good time.
He lived on the country club. He was a scratch golfer himself. So,
really?
Yeah. So he would take us to various courses, but his home course there, we're playing it, and he's like, we get to whatever hole, number 8. No, I don't know what number it was. And he's like, hey, man, y'all make sure y'all don't hook on the fairway. We're like, why? He's like, because you see that water down there, it was, good 250 yards down. Yeah, well, there's a gator that lives in that pond. We're like, you're crazy. No, there's a gator.
There's a gator on the golf course.
We may or may not see him, but I'm telling you, you don't want to hook your ball. And if you do, you may just want to take you a drop on the other side and take a stroke. Sure enough.
Play your Kirkland. Don't play your Titleist.
Yeah, exactly. We hit our drives, and sure enough, boy, that bad boy, and he was about 6-8 footer. Yeah. He was just out there sunning. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that is, and like the body of water was small.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a house probably, I don't know, 50 yards from that body of water. I'm like, there ain't no way I'd be living in those houses up against that water with that gator. They say it's just something they're used to.
But you keep your dogs inside.
Oh, yeah. They said, if you had like a dog, you got to keep it on a leash and walking around the neighborhood. And then, you just don't let them out to wander.
Like coyotes and cats.
Yeah.
That's one of the coyote staples.
Better to lose a stroke than a limb.
Yeah, no doubt.
Exactly. That's for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah, buddy. So, there's a public place down in Florida I go occasionally now, and when the water's up in the pond, you can see the little beady eyes out there. You see that snout sticking up. There's one on there.
Yeah.
So just stay away from it.
Yeah.
I know he stays in his lane, and I'll stay in my lane.
They're surprisingly fast, like you said.
Who's Bama played today in basketball?
Tennessee, man.
Oh, that's right. Y'all going to Knoxville?
Going to Knoxville.
What's the name of their auditorium?
If you hadn't asked me, I would have told you.
Okay. So y'all just going to Knoxville?
Pat Summit Court. But
Pat Summit Court, yeah.
It's not. What is the name of that stadium? It's something kind of generic.
Is it?
Like, something Coliseum. It's kind of like ours.
Okay.
Coleman Coliseum.
I got you. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, let's toss this over toss this. I'm gonna toss this knife, and we're gonna toss this broadcast over to Tim Lambert for
Scores and more.
All right, baseball yesterday. Ardmore got past Elkmont 3-2. East Limestone varsity defeated Lexington 9-4, and then the JV Indians won their game 9-1. West Limestone shut out Wilson 8-0.
Yeah.
In soccer, Elkmont beat Ardmore, the boys, 3-1. West Limestone boys beat Wilson 4-2, and the varsity girls got a 3-0 win in their game. East Limestone Middle School boys beat St. John Paul II 7-0. Let's see. In softball, West Limestone beat Bob Jones 16-0. They also defeated.
Dang.
Yeah. Also,
that's a 7A school.
Yeah. West Limestone's good.
I reckon. Out there and watch them.
They also beat Central of Florence 11-6. And then, let's see, Tharptown edged Clements 7-6. New Hope over James Clements 7-2. East Limestone beat Decatur 16-4. There's a tournament going on over there in Decatur. Austin earlier today defeated Athens 11-2. West Limestone beat Buckhorn earlier today 11-0, and James Clemens defeated Elkmont 4-0. That was also earlier today. Let's see. So as far as more goes, next week we'll be live at the Chili Challenge.
Oh, is that next week?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
So we hadn't been here at Applebee's for a month, and then we kind of do a flyby today.
Yeah. This will be
back out next week.
This won't be but the second one we've had since Bama Zach passed, isn't it? Or have we had more?
Second Chili Challenge?
Second Chili Challenge, because COVID come in and shut it down.
I think it's the third.
Yeah,
second or third? Okay.
That might be the third.
Gotcha.
So, but out there at the Veterans Museum.
I'm out of basketball credentials because, she let me know. She's just making sure you know that we were not going to have any credentials for you for the Alabama game.
So they only grant so many?
Yeah, they have a limit on the ones they have. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Jay Texas, the man of all knowledge.
Yes.
So it used to be Thompson Bowling Arena, and that was the generic name. And now it's the Food City Arena. So I guess Tennessee jumped in and got it like some of these other places do. Not too many colleges jump in like they do in the professional. And have their arenas or stadiums named after a company that that give millions.
Food King or Food City or
Food City.
Food Line, Food Line, Food
there is
King,
Food Line,
Food World.
Food World.
yeah, Food World. That was it back in the day.
Oh, I tell you, buddy, sacked a lot of groceries in there.
Yeah, boy,
loved it.
Got all about Food World.
So I got a question, Tim. My volume, maybe this is better for the commercial, but my volume knob is all the way down on the bottom.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I got you.
But you picked up the wrong headset.
Is that what it is?
Yours
There's my
right
headset
there
right there. I tell you what, we'll remedy this here in just a second.
We'll fix that in the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talking to WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Brooklyn Albritton from Clements High School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Want to howl with the Havoc this season? Now's your chance from Tailgate Talk and the Huntsville Havoc. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and register your name. Then listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk this Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC Radio as we announce the winners of Huntsville Havoc tickets. Howl with the Havoc this season from the Huntsville Havoc and Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
This is head football coach Jonathan Snyder of Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about the action. 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 I said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got our man here on the line, our Swami of the SEC on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, AP Steadham. AP, welcome back, dude.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How's everybody up in Athens, Alabama?
I tell you, to be honest with you, springtime is teasing us worse than a high school prom date right now, dude. I'm just honest to goodness truth.
Telling you, I'm telling you, that spring game, people try to eliminate it. I'm telling them I wouldn't do it if I was a program. I'm going to have some type of spring event.
We got to have something other than practice. But
yes, got to have something.
They've been hinting, a spring scrimmage between a different team, rather than an intra-squad spring game scrimmage. So I don't know if that's where they're going with it. They're just cutting everything off, maybe to make the public voice get louder and make something happen. Who knows? Politics behind the scenes.
I tend to think that those coaches, they don't want that injury, and then also they don't want people looking at their players and competing against somebody and saying, ooh, we got this on tape now. We really know who we would like to coach.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. You kind of sort of maybe had to worry about it a smidgen back in the day, but you certainly have to worry about it now. So
I tell you, I learned a lot by judging quarterbacks in the spring game this year. Peyton Thorne done good statistic wise. It's just when the game's on the line, brother, he's not it. And we had Hank Brown who done good in spring and done good in the half of a game, and I'm tempering expectations. Put it that way.
Yeah. Vanilla defense, vanilla offense, vanilla defense. You can really get away with so much.
And in the Cokes there, they'll sell vanilla ice. Sorry, but don't crash. A1A, Beachfront Avenue, right? Y'all remember that song?
I remember. AP used to probably bust it out all the time rapping the Vanilla Ice.
Hey, man, I still got Spring Break, the movie. I got that on DVD. I watch it every now and then.
Last week you were on the East Coast, but I don't even think we asked you what you were doing on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah. We were on the East Coast there, and I had to go back to my hometown, and they have a Hall of Fame, so it was a meet and greet. We were going to have the actual induction in April, but they wanted me to be there for the meet and greet. So
awesome.
I said, okay,
Did you make are you making the Hall of Fame?
That's what they tell me.
Oh, man, congratulations. Well,
what's awesome.
What's the name of the Hall of Fame so we can incorporate it when it's official?
Yeah, we got to put it in your
Swami of the SEC now. Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah. We're from the big city, Middletown, called Middletown. That's where I was born, on the river. Yeah, Middletown, Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's the home of Wesleyan University. Bill Belichick went to school there, and Eric Mangini and several other, like the person who started Southwest Airlines, Herb Kelleher. He went to that university right there. Yeah.
Well, that's
small
awesome.
School.
Congratulations, buddy. That's a
Yeah, thank you very much.
Deal.
Surprised me, but
Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's awesome.
We're going to have to add that to his intro.
Yeah.
Now.
We are. That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Now, will you be a Hall of Fame reporter? Is that what it's going in?
What are you going in?
Well, yeah, they asked me about when I played as well, but that's really for what I've done in the world of media, I guess, in the sports world on that level.
Okay, that is awesome,
That
man.
is awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
thank you.
Where you played? Where did you play? Did you play it? Did you?
Yeah, I played at my high school. We had my high school teammate was a McDonald's All-American. He played for the Dallas Mavericks. He was a captain at University of Connecticut. His name's Corny Thompson. When I played with him, he was 6'4", so he was second-team All-State. He was a 3-time All-Stater, first team, and then he played with the Dallas Mavericks. Then he got to know Leon Douglas over in Europe when he played over there.
Okay.
He played 10 or 12 years over there. Then my Little League teammate played at South Carolina State. He played in the Senior Bowl with Dwight Stevenson. He played for Los Angeles Rams.
Nice.
Yeah, big defensive lineman. Yeah. So, yeah, and I knew people in town. They were good college players, many places, but we had fun. I enjoyed playing basketball. That was my sport, and I really had fun.
No wonder you and Todd get along so good.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
Now, one thing I don't know that we've ever asked you, if we have, it was probably early on when you first joined us, but did you always know you wanted to go into sports journalism, or what what steered you towards that?
Yeah, when I watched sports since I was very young, and I remember my mother came home one time and said, I asked the teacher, is it okay if you read sports articles? Will that help you? And the teacher said, yes, anything he's reading. So I said, oh, that's great. I can read all these sports articles. So it's all in my head since I was 10 years old. And my mentor is, Kirk McNair from Bama Magazine. And I got together with Kirk, and we did a few things. He liked what I did, and that's how I really got involved. My first thing I did was Sonny Vaccaro. I got to know Sonny at ABCD camp.
He was on Dan Patrick the other day.
Oh, yeah, Sonny called me 2 Saturdays ago when I was in New Orleans. He called me. He has a new book, so he wanted me to get the book and everything. Tim. So hopefully I'll get it. I'll get it soon and read the book. And he wanted me to tell me. Matter of fact, he wrote about Leon Douglas in the book, so he wanted me to tell Leon, of course.
I mean, that is awesome.
So I'm looking
Sonny
forward to
well. I mean, without Sonny Vaccaro, there's not the shoe deals that have been happening.
No.
There's not AU basketball. There's not NIL because he was huge with Ed O'Bannon.
No.
Wasn't he on the show once?
He was a force.
He's not been on the show.
He was a force.
Yo, he was a huge force.
I interviewed him for an hour one time. I had him on a show. I was substitute hosting in the radio station in Tuscaloosa. So he was one of my guests for an hour. Then I had Bill Battle. It was funny because I had Sonny on for an hour. Then I had Bill Battle come into the studio.
Wow.
And so they were in that world, probably opposite worlds, but they were associated. They knew each other. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So that was kind of funny to have them both on the same show to interview them both.
Yeah, there's a story where when he was with Adidas, and at the time, when all this first started, Adidas and Converse were your main. Those were your main shoes. Nike was just kind of coming into the fold. But years later, when Nike was established, Sonny was working for Nike. I'm not telling you this because you know this, AP. I'm just telling our listeners. But Sonny was meeting with LeBron James, and he was going to sign LeBron James to Adidas. And they were offering a lot of money. Well, he gets there, and he finds out that Nike has offered LeBron James like $100 million over the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And the Adidas offer was nowhere near that. And so he told LeBron's mom and LeBron, you need to go with Nike. You can't. And, of course, Adidas found out and said, you're fired. So
really?
Nike hired him for a while.
They did.
Worked there for a while.
Yeah. Right. Through his camp, he was with, I think he might have been with Nike, and then I saw him with Adidas, and then his last soiree was with Reebok, because I had a pair of Reebok shoes that he gave me. And he said, these are my Sonny Vaccaro shoes. Yeah. So he went through all three of them. But he made that movie Air.
Yep.
If you've ever seen that movie, Matt Damon plays Sonny, and then Phil Knight is played by Ben Affleck, and Viola Davis plays Michael Jordan's mother, Mrs. Jordan.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah, it was great. It was pretty good. But anyway, basketball is on us, and I'm very excited for SEC basketball. But like I'm like everybody else, I believe. It's tournament. What are we going to do in this tournament? What's SEC going to do in this tournament?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we've got all these possibilities of maybe getting 11, 12 teams in for sure.
Yes.
Boy, it's going to be sad if we don't have at least one get to the Final Four and at least 4 or 5 get to, deep.
I'm glad you mentioned that, AP. The last time I was on the show 2 weeks ago, I said to you and everybody listening to this program that the way the SEC calls the games during the season, that when it gets to the field of 64, the officials call different.
Yes.
They call more closer. And then
probably so.
You talked about the coaches would have to adjust and players would have to adjust to how they played and stuff. Well, I guess the guys from SEC Network was listening to the show because it was that Wednesday night.
They were talking about
this physical game is going to be.
You're a prophet.
I don't know about that. Just seen a lot of good SEC teams get put out early due to foul trouble.
Well, but something else could very well happen, and of course it'll be coincidental, but I fully expect that there'll be a lot of early SEC matchups in the brackets.
I wouldn't doubt.
So we can knock each other off.
That might happen.
Might
happen.
You know how there always be like, years ago when I don't remember. Well, like I don't even know who it was, but it might have been Alabama UAB. I mean, this goes back years ago.
UAB won that
because we never were playing UAB at the time in anything.
Yeah, wouldn't.
But miraculously somehow we just ended up in the same bracket playing each other in the second round.
Gene Bartow.
Yeah, it was Gene Bartow.
Well, I think if I remember right, y'all can look this up. You will know, but South Alabama beat Alabama on that last second play, and then I think Alabama played UAB the once in the NIT. I think.
Okay, it was NIT. So maybe it was South Alabama is what I was thinking.
I believe.
I knew it was
you probably think about South because they show that one quite a bit.
Yeah,
they show that quite a bit, especially in Alabama. They show that clip. But I'm thinking, how about some wins in the first round? No upsets in the first round.
No Yale.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, Yale. I mean, when you think about it, Auburn had a very good team last year, and Yale beat them. They were hot and couldn't overcome it. But basketball is that kind of sport. You get hot that day.
Yep.
I mean, you're throwing them in from the ocean in the locker room.
That's what happened with Yale.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how good you're defending. Sometimes when the ball's going in. Yeah. And basketball is just one of those. And there's so much parity. There's so many good players now, especially with NIL. You've got all these kids transferring from even like from maybe an SEC school to a mid-major, and now they've got 2 or 3 from other big schools too. Now all of a sudden these mid-major schools are really rolling. And anybody can be beaten on any day. That's for sure. It's going to be exciting. It should be one of the best tournaments we've ever witnessed. It should be.
If you can consider it a 2-game tournament for 3 weeks, not 6 games.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Break it down. Yeah,
2 games. We're going to a tournament this week, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Can we win 2 games?
Yeah.
Can we win this tournament?
That's
what I would say to my team.
Yeah, because that way it's not so overwhelming. You're not looking at the end. You're looking at because it doesn't matter what's at the end. If you can't get past these first 2 or the next 2, you're not getting to the end.
Well, tell me this, AP. Would you take the tape measure and walk your team out onto the court and measure from the rim and say, yes, this rim is 10 feet?
Yes, as an homage to Norman Dale. Yes, we might do that this time.
Yes.
I think we will.
I
believe I would.
I believe I would. News that Norman Dale passed away this week.
Was it?
Yeah.
I was referring to Gene Hackman.
Right?
I know. Well, Norman Dale was
that's his character.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that's okay. You know what I loved about that movie? I love when Dennis Hopper was a coach. And I was thinking about Auburn. I was thinking about Auburn because they had that Auburn shuffle. I don't know if you remember that, but I've seen that run in high school. I didn't run it myself, but I've seen it run at my school before I arrived. Years when I was a little boy watching them run that Auburn shuffle.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about Dennis Hopper when he had that comment. Boys, don't get caught watching the paint dry.
Yeah, don't get caught watching the paint.
Run the picket fence.
Yeah,
run the picket fence on him. Yeah, but I was thinking about every time I watched it, I think about the Auburn shuffle because it was kind of like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well,
the SEC tournament's coming up, but right now get through the season and crown the season champion, and then like you say, the tournament time happens in Nashville.
Yep.
Double bye. Auburn, Alabama.
Are you going to Nashville? Are you going to Nashville?
No, I'm going to the big dance. We only go for the big stars, San Antonio. That's it.
You go to the big deal. You let the little one slide. I don't blame you, buddy.
Yeah, we trust us to handle a little stuff for him.
Off Broadway, we don't go there much. We're on Broadway.
I hear you.
That's awesome. No, we go to Broadway for the big openings, and when you're talking about officials, there's scouting reports on officials, and the good coaches do those things. All the coaches do those things, but just to get your team playing with confidence and your point guard, low turnovers. On my show this week, I had Pat Bradley from the SEC Network. So
really?
I like Pat. Pat came on our show.
That's awesome.
So people can watch it on our show, APS. We see it on our YouTube page and listen to it on Spotify and various stations and whatever. But they can check that out. The links are on my social media platform. But I like Pat. His personality is bubbly. He's knowledgeable. He played at Arkansas, 2-time All-SEC performer. As a shooter, as a three-point extraordinary shooter coming out of Everett, Massachusetts. By the way, they're saying at his high school was the Crimson Tide. That was the
really cool.
Crimson Tide. Yeah, Everett, Massachusetts. He's from. So he went to Arkansas, had success, and I just enjoy listening to him. I mean, there's no more Bill Walton for me. No more Al McGuire from years ago. And he's a person I like to listen to.
Yeah,
I think he's pretty good.
And for those that miss Bill Walton, shame on y'all. Shame on y'all.
What, missed him?
Missed him calling the games.
Oh, missed him calling the games,
Unbelievable.
Oh,
it was the best. I would tune in. I did too, AP.
I didn't care. I didn't care for Tiddlywinks.
I didn't either, dude.
Tiddlywinks. He's broadcasting. Let me hear him.
Oh my God.
And when you meet him, he was the same in person.
I'm sure.
The same. He came on my show, discussed the Alabama UCLA game. And I always tell this story. I had him on the show. He called me 10 minutes at 6 on a Sunday to tape. And he said, I'm 10 minutes. I said, that's okay, Bill. No problem. I'm going to introduce you and we'll rock and roll. So at the 3-minute mark, I said, oh, my goodness, I have an issue. I have a problem. What am I going to do? So at the 22-minute mark, I jumped in with both feet. And I said, Bill, we got to take a break.
Yeah.
And so I told him, I said, Bill, he told me everybody he knew in Alabama. I said, Bill, we have to start again. You never did let me say a word in 22 minutes. He said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. But, I loved it. He was in it. And I met him at UCLA. I was there for the UCLA-USC game, and we met him in the hotel. And he was really just a cool guy. And funny story, I'm doing the Reggie Miller induction at the Hall of Fame, and Cheryl Miller came by, and I said, I'm with the Riverside so-and-so. Oh, Reggie, you got to come over here, do this interview. So I interviewed Bill Walton. I said, Bill, did you ever envision Reggie Miller making the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame? And he said, Reggie Miller? He couldn't beat his sister.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, and there was 3 UCLA people going in at that time. You won't find that at any other Hall of Fame, but Jamal Wilkes, and then it was Don Barksdale. He was the first black player at UCLA, I think, 1949. Yep. They all went in the same class.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
that's fun for me. Yeah, that's a great class. That's fun for me to be there because they make the announcement of the Hall of Fame. And you get to interview. They usually have 8 or 9 of the inductees that will be there on the podium on Sunday. I think we interview them on Sunday. And what I do is because one time Dwayne Wade was the inductee and all the Miami people were there because University of Miami made the Final Four. So it was turning into a Dwayne Wade press conference. I said, wait a minute, hold on now. So I asked one question that all 9 of them had to answer.
Oh, wow. What was it?
Oh, maybe I said, who was the biggest influence to, and who's the people you might think about when you're giving your induction speech, something like that. I can't remember. Yes. I think that's what I said, but that's what I try to do every Hall of Fame because, for instance, they have Latrell Sprewell's junior college coach out of 3 Rivers, and nobody's going to ask him a question probably in all likelihood. So I made sure that everybody had a question that they could answer, and they'd have a chance. They showed up there, and you want them to say something. I'm a very inclusive person. I didn't want anybody just sitting up there like a statue.
Right.
I can testify to that because when AP took off right down there at that fourth and 31, he said, y'all come on. He didn't just take off. He give us the opportunity to run with him. So,
and then he left everybody behind.
And he wasn't waiting. He gave us the opportunity. We had the choice to follow him or not.
That's awesome.
I'll be honest with you. I'm glad I wasn't down there at that one. I might have got aggravated, but that's okay too.
I understand it. Yeah, no, I understand it. Just you have to follow your instinct.
Absolutely.
Follow your instinct, and you be your own drummer, your own beat. That's the way I've always done it since I was about 12.
Absolutely.
So,
hey, Pete, tell everybody where we can find you, brother.
Oh, sure. And AP As We See It. It's on my YouTube page. It's on my Facebook, my Instagram, my X account, and then at AP Steadham as well. And we try to put all our links up there. And when we do our interviews, we put the links to those interviews that they can watch them on YouTube and that type of thing. So just join us, and we try to have some interesting guests. And we give opinions. We're definitely we want to get on record before everything is said and done. So you can listen to those about the college football playoffs and the spring game, and then of course SEC basketball, men's and women's.
That's good. And the Pat Bradley interview on top of that. So.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Watch it. It was 2 segments. Yeah, we had 2 segments with him. He was very good. You'll enjoy that interview, I hope.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
All right,
hey,
man.
my pleasure. Thank you, y'all. Thank
Congratulations,
you so much.
our future Hall of Famer.
Oh, thank you.
Happy for you, man.
AP Steadham.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Our future Hall of Famer, AP Steadham. Calling in on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk anywhere you go by downloading the PAS Plus app for your Android or iPhone. We'll be back with more after this. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with a Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is former University of Alabama wide receiver Tim Bowen, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard the intro. You know exactly who it is. Clay Freak Daddy Coleman, our Huntsville Havoc hookup. Welcome to the show, bud.
Hey, good morning. How are y'all?
We're good. How's your Kentucky self?
Yeah, hey, listen.
I'm hoping that my Kentucky self doesn't give up this 37-year winning streak at Rupp Arena to Auburn today. That's
I'm just going to tell you, Tom has been talking it this morning. If you could have been a fly on the wall, man, oh, my God.
I love Tom.
That pressure's built up because all those years of not doing well since Charles Barkley. So, I mean, you got to have some relief.
Golly. They've had a couple of years thrown in there, maybe. A spotter here.
You said Charles Barkley. I can't get over his drunk interviews. They put him in front behind the camera knowing he's been drinking.
Drunk. Oh, man.
Well, Charles Barkley, that'd be a whole show to talk about him.
Wouldn't it,
I love him. He's the most honest man on the planet.
Yeah. That's the truth.
So y'all are actually a 5.5-point dog at home. We're a 3.5-point dog on the road. But that's probably right. Number one team in the nation. Auburn's, really they've been the most consistent team from beginning to this point, I think, all year. Yeah. There might have been a small dip of one or two games where they kind of maybe a little, I wouldn't even use the word struggle, just didn't play as, but, Kentucky's been Kentucky, but, and I'm not even going to mention anything about, that we owned y'all this year, but, it happens. But no, I'm teasing. Listen, I got to take it while we can. As much grief as the Wildcats have given me in my life, I mean, y'all are right there with Auburn football with me. But through the years, I've learned to respect the Kentucky Wildcats and all y'all have done and accomplished. So, and there was this
I
weird
was probably on your side during the Calipari years. I was probably more on your side. I'm kind of liking Mark Pope and his direction, more so than what I did there.
Well, he's finally starting to establish team. That running them in, running them out every year, that you can't establish. Not at that level. You're not going to be that successful.
Well, the SEC is, now it's a victim similar to football. Where the situation where they wanted to be the best and they wanted to have the most dominant conference, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
But now you're beating yourselves up so much that it's going to be interesting to see if some of these things are, basketball's a little different, but like with football, you're going to beat yourself up so much. And now that we're talking about with football, adding in a Big Ten game, it's kind of like, okay, you're going to have like three teams from the SEC. Mm-hmm. You're not going to necessarily dominate everything. And then basketball, it's unreal. Like, I mean, I can't believe some of the teams where you're like, okay, this is one of the last place teams, and they take a team to overtime, or you're like, okay, what in the world? This is crazy.
It's crazy, man.
So the Rupp Arena's always got its, it's got its mystique. So
yes, it does. 20,000 plus.
That's the only reason that's the only reason that there's any kind of favorite today, which I didn't really necessarily like that because I think that Auburn's got enough motivation as is. We don't need to add any more to it.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. Well, Havoc struggled last night. Talking about the word struggle, 6-2.
Yeah.
Lost to stinking Birmingham. 5 goals in the second period.
Well, what is it about Pelham? I mean, it was
I don't know. Yeah.
Same way the last time they were down there.
So 17 shots on goal, and we gave up 5 goals. Did you hear about how any of it, I mean, boy, I don't know what that percentage is because I went to East Limestone, so I don't know math. But I'm just saying.
I've talked to
15. That's almost 50%.
Yeah, I don't have as much access to Stewart. I don't know him as well, Coach Stu. I do. Glenn and I are really good friends, and I talk to him, and it's just hockey's not like any other sport. You don't see the undefeated. You don't see it's pretty much. I would say it's like Kentucky basketball, or not Kentucky, but SEC basketball, where it's like they're all pretty good teams.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And if you have a bad night, and similar to like the baseball, I mean, not trying to jump in all these different analogies, but like even baseball, if you got a good pitcher, your outfield and everybody could suck.
Yeah. Well, softball,
but if
even softball's
good,
a better one. Girls win the softball. Yeah, you got a couple good pitchers, you're good.
Yeah. So like you get a goalie that has a great night and stands on his head. Yeah. It really doesn't matter what you do, kind of thing. So I think last night was just one of those things, and it's like you start having it, but in hockey they'll talk about it. We're literally like they are the best at going and ending a game and mentally taking it out of their head and not worry about it. Like tonight, they're not even thinking about Birmingham, and that that you would think that would rattle your cage, a little bit, and they're not even, But we had you have a goalie. Here's the other thing too with that. You had a goalie that, hasn't played for the Havoc that was in there, and your main goalie, you had to give him a night off because he's been killing it. Well, the one night you give him a night off, you get rocked. So
do you know if they left him in? Do you know if did they ever pull him?
No. Robo. I think they really wanted to give Robo a break, so he didn't play at all.
Wow.
Because I said when he's played, I don't know how many games he has played in a row. I haven't ever seen the backup maybe come in ever so often. So that's also the importance in hockey. Like if you were to have two goalies that are awesome, you're going to go far. Yeah. Like it's the way it is.
Yeah. At that level, though, it's probably really hard to have two really superb goalies. I would imagine. I don't know that. But.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing we've talked about. You got to have. I don't want to. Not that Robo's mediocre, but you want to have a guy that's good enough to play and dominate in your league, but not good enough to necessarily be called up every other weekend to another team. But
yeah, that's the.
So you've got this. You've got kind of. I think mediocre is the wrong word. It's just you want to have the best of your league, but not somebody that could be the best of another league.
Exactly, because then you're going to lose them.
Right, absolutely.
For sure.
When they had Troy got called up, and then they pulled up. They pulled in this. LaRusso, but then he didn't even get to play before this new guy comes in. Wow. So I mean, that's
I think what happens is Tim is that they get called up, but it's not like the talent pool is that deep.
Yeah,
and so sometimes you have to have someone on just in case of an emergency, but then you're like, I don't want to play him though.
Yeah.
You got to dress out, but you're not really you're not going to somebody that's going to carry us if we need us in a pinch. And that's sad to say, I guess, but I mean, it's just one of these things where it's like some of those, you're midway in the season. If they're good, they're playing somewhere else. They're not setting out by now. So you're literally finding someone that just, can you breathe and know how to put on the gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was that guy for our basketball team in school. I was just,
I feel like I've been that my whole life.
Put on the uniform, sit about, maybe you don't have to sit all the way at the end, but towards the end there, and we'll holler at you if we need you.
Tim and I were talking before we went on the air, and he was asking me if now that with this downtime with no sports and all this kind of stuff, and I said, well, I do Liberty baseball, but then I sit there and think, I'm like, are they doing it because I'm good, or are they doing it because there's just nobody else that does that?
No,
well, can't figure it out.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, the answer is yes for both. Exactly. You are very good, but at the same time, and you weren't their third choice. You were their first choice, but they also know that you're a pretty giving person. They'll be like, man, Clay will do it. He'll do it. So let's just call him.
My backup is my backup is a dad that just knows all the kids' names.
Hey, don't underestimate that. That's pretty handy.
True, very much so.
That's true. That's why I don't do play-by-play in sports, because I can't remember any.
Number 5 passes to number 4.
Number 5 over to number 10, 10 over to 12. I think his name's Smith, but I really don't know.
By that time, everybody's passed it to 22.
Yeah, good luck with that. Calling that during basketball, because these girls with their ponytails covered up their numbers.
Or a lot of these jerseys nowadays, you can't, especially football, you can't even read the numbers because the numbers are dark on the dark jersey.
Well, at least in baseball, you have lineups.
Yeah.
I mean, and you have time coming in before.
Right. Yeah, you got time in baseball. You don't have time in basketball.
And you guys know this. I mean, I know from the Havoc side, there's people in the fan caves and stuff like that get mad at the broadcasters for mispronouncing a name or whatever. And what they don't realize is that the teams don't send out the pronunciations.
Right. Yeah, they just send out the name.
That's strictly on you to figure
all of a sudden, the thing is, like for me, I'll give it behind the curtain a little bit. I'll go to like a hockey player when I was doing the intros, and I'd go up and say, how do you pronounce your name?
Yeah.
And they would go, it doesn't matter. Everybody messes it up. It's okay. And I'm like, no, it's not, because your mother and whoever else is listening is going to give me grief, like you said, and they don't. I mean, I look at it like the youth sports. This is a public service announcement for anybody listening to your show that does high school and middle school sports. But I'll go to, like, for instance, last night I did a baseball game. I won't say the opposing team, but if you look it up, you'd find it out. But they gave me the first initial of the kid and their last name. Well, if I'm announcing that, and then I literally went down to his coach and was like, "Hey, can you give me the
we've done that.
the first names?" And they didn't know.
Oh no!
Oh, goodness!
Oh wow!
Wow!
And I'm like, okay, now I'm not going to call you out, but you're the coach of a school team.
Yeah.
You probably should know the first name. Now, maybe the last name would maybe something you'd struggle, but you should know their first name at least.
Yeah.
You're supposed to connect with the young kid.
He's probably one of them coaches
That's what you deal with.
hollering by numbers. Hey, 22. What? Hey,
Right. Yeah,
78.
Or he may only use their last name whenever they mess up.
You got to know your kid's first name. So wow.
Well, the Havoc used to have a guy that skated years ago, prior to 2010. His name was Caulfield, Koufel. DT. Well, see, on his jersey, it didn't look like a D. It looked like a O.
Yeah,
and I called him Cough a lot. And then folks around me look at me real weird. I'm like, that's what's on the back of his jersey. Cough a lot.
Cough a lot.
We had what's his name? Cy Nutkovich.
Nutkovich, yeah, that's a good one.
For years I called him Nutkovich, and he never corrected me. And it was literally almost like his.
Well, Tim, you called him Nutkovich, didn't you?
No, I asked him whenever we had him on the podcast. So.
Yeah.
Well, talking about announcers, and I hate to throw them under the bus, and I don't know.
Well, we are one. We can.
Yeah. I was watching the end of the Jackson and Pelham or whoever they were playing yesterday, Plainview, 4A basketball tournament. And Jackson won on a last second shot, but holy smoke, those guys calling that game. Suspect at best, man. You're watching. It's PBS. It's not like it's CBS, national televised. And they have neither one of them have anything to worry about because they're not going beyond that. And listen, I know I suck. I'm the first to admit I stink. But man, to be honest, it made me feel better about my lack of ability. It really did. Probably the backstory was they were two guys. One was going to the concession stand and one was going to the bathroom, and they caught him on the way and they come up into the booth. God bless them both. That's about what it sounded like, Clay. I honestly felt bad for them because it was that bad. I was like, wow.
Yep.
Oh boy, the fan cave and the hardcore fans that. Groups, man, they were giving the Birmingham announcer grief from last night because they were like, man, he's mispronouncing and talking about the BBC being in West Huntsville and just all the stuff that he was saying.
I live here. I don't even know what part of Huntsville is in.
Well, and he was calling them.
I don't care.
I guess he called them the North Alabama Havoc, or I don't know what the deal was. Somebody thought he might have got them mixed up with the Trash Pandas. I don't know.
Who knows?
Well, I got in trouble this week. I usually don't comment on the fan cave stuff, but if I see something that's really hardcore, and there's a guy that does the stuff for one of the other radio stations in Huntsville, and he's been volunteering his first year doing the Havoc and whatever, and they were just ripping him just a new one.
Yeah.
And I went on, and one of the guys that had commented was a guy from a guy from Knoxville that was, and no offense to anybody, but he was the man. It showed him when I looked on his Facebook page, he was the manager of a Dollar General. And so I made the comment. I went in. The guy said something, and I said, "Hey, buddy," I said, "If these are the people that get mad at you, if you play his logic, you should never shop at a Dollar General."
Oh man!
And the guy came back at me like I had personally. What is so offensive? Are you such an elitist that you wouldn't work at a Dollar General? And I'm like, I'm not saying. I'm like, here we go. Like I should have.
I've always thought of you as an elitist myself, so he might have been on to something there, Clay. Yeah.
Right,
you're above the rest of us.
Yeah. Well, then I fired back at the announcer. His name's Joe, and I said, Joe, you should be ashamed of yourself that you can't at least, with the amount of money that they're paying you to do these Havoc games, if you can't have enough respect to get their name. Well, he's doing it for free.
Well, I'm sure.
So
yeah.
So it's not a dig, but yeah, it's funny. My grandmother used to say something. It's one of my favorite sayings. She'd always say, "Everybody wants to fight a battle until it's their own."
Yeah.
You know,
I
so
love
you
that.
can easily go on and you can go on and talk about somebody that they suck at this or that or whatever. And you're thinking, have you ever done it? It's pretty hard. Like broadcasting, and announcing, and doing a radio show like y'all do. It's not that easy.
Well, we make it look easy though.
Because
I mean, you know.
There you go.
The tide is the talent.
Yeah, boy.
Well, hey, here you go. I don't know if you're watching game day, but Jay Will and Seth has predicted Kentucky to beat Auburn, and Drea has picked Auburn to win the game. So,
yeah,
not that it matters
They've already
at
got
all.
it set up. Auburn.
What do girls know about basketball?
So, what about basketball?
Oh, wow. What do girls know about basketball?
Oh,
that is Todd Tomerlin.
Yeah, T-O-M.
Listen, everybody, listen. Especially my mom and sister are listening. Y'all know I know better.
But
they know their sports.
She turns around and
Most women
picks
do.
Tennessee. So go figure.
Once again, what does she know?
Kentucky, well, if Kentucky could win because Kentucky should win because they have a better looking uniform.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
I hope Auburn wears blues and not them oranges. I'm not a fan of the orange uniform. So that's just.
Oh man, everybody picked Tennessee.
I think Alabama's going to win up there.
It's Food City Arena is a tough place to play.
Stokely Athletics Facility.
Stokely.
That's what it's called.
Is it?
Is it?
That's what it's called. I mean, it was that in the 70s, so why wouldn't it be that now?
No.
Food City.
Food City.
Up on Elm Street, Athens, Alabama.
Yeah, they are.
About to be.
Heck yeah, Clay. We're going to have a Food City over here on ourselves. You have
Looking
to come over
forward
and
to that.
On my side of town,
It's
man.
gonna be really
Our
nice.
side of town.
It's gonna be
ain't
really
the right
nice
way.
out there,
Yeah.
Tom.
Sure is. Can't wait.
Between that and Buc-ee's, y'all are uptown.
Absolutely. Hey, brother, tell everybody where they can find some tickets. Oh, we ain't done
Well,
yet.
I started tonight is racing night.
It is racing.
Tonight's racing night, and it's another sellout. So I'm just telling people I think there's 6 more games, and one of those is a military appreciation night. So if you're wanting to go to a game and you just even have an inkling, go ahead and go online at HuntsvilleHavoc.com and get the tickets, and just go ahead and get them in advance because tonight will be our 41st sellout in a row. So
That's
it's
amazing,
the dynamic
man.
that's changed. Yeah, and it's kind of the point people get mad. They say, "Well, we've seen all kinds of empty seats." Well, these season ticket holders, they may not come to a game, but the ticket is still sold.
Exactly.
So that's the
Make a friend of a season ticket holder and
go.
see if you can buy those.
Yep.
100%.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time as always. And War Eagle.
We'll say, I think, War Cats.
I would say go Cats. There you go. I was waiting on the go Cats for you. That's all good.
There you go. All right, brother. See
Appreciate
you,
y'all.
man.
See you, brother. All right, bye.
Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great is our main man, hookup voice, not the voice of the Havoc, but our Huntsville Havoc hookup used to be the voice of the Havoc. Clay Freak Daddy Coleman, find him everywhere. It's time to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We shall be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talking to WKAC, the Big 1080.
When it comes to the Wi-Fi in your home, are you in control? Manage your Wi-Fi with the ATC Control app. ATC can help you get the best Wi-Fi experience. Prioritize your laptop while you work from home, or prioritize your streaming devices to enjoy your favorite shows. Ready for a better Wi-Fi experience? Visit ATC's website at www.ardmore.net to download the free ATC Control app today. Certain equipment and or services may be required. ATC is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
What is community? I'm a First National Bank Student Advisory Board member, Zanaya Malone, from Tanner High School. And to me, community is supporting those who connect us. First National Bank proudly supports our neighbors, businesses, schools, and organizations that make Limestone County a great place to live and work. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than that shirt printing place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens Sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hey, this is Matt Smith, head coach at Tanner High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Todd the Bod, the talent, Tomlin, Coach Clint Legg, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Top of the hour at 11:02, and we've got the owner of the North Alabama War Dogs, Mr. Timothy Jones, back on the show. Timothy, welcome, dude. It's been too long.
Yeah, man, been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Back.
I appreciate you joining us. Staring at 11-4, and how are the guys playing this year?
Yeah, we got a younger squad this year. You know, we revamped the squad and few hills and valleys, but I think I'll say that we're gonna do pretty good in the playoffs coming up next week.
There you go.
The playoff time's on us.
Yes, sir.
I was looking at. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll be playing down in Mobile in the playoffs, so it's win to go home. So,
wow.
Hey, everybody got to step up.
Yeah, they will. That's a long way to have to go to play some basketball too, especially for this time of year and important games such as they are.
Is this against the Chattanooga Strike?
No, we'll be playing against the Mississippi Silverbacks. They was. Last year, they went to the finals last year. They lost in the finals last year. So we split this year 1-1, so it should be a pretty good game.
Okay.
Awesome.
Y'all are putting a lot of points on the board. I don't know how many you're averaging. I'd say over 100, right at 100.
Yeah. I think we average about 125, I think.
Oh, Lord, I know that many. I knew it was up. I mean, I've seen some games where y'all had 134, 120, whatever. Then I saw some, like 90-something, whatever. But that's putting the ball in the hole for sure.
Okay, this first time you've been here, and there's probably people, not first time, but it's been a while, but there's probably people who are listening to you for the first time. So there are rules on fast break that you get better point totals. So explain those rules for everybody who's listening now.
Yes, once again, that's the North Alabama War Dogs. We're part of the ABA, the American Basketball Association, the same league that Dr. J and a lot of the Indiana Pacers, the San Antonio Spurs was a part of.
George Gervin, Dan Issel.
Yes. So we do have unique rules that would separate us from most leagues. We call it a 3D rule where, you got 7 seconds, Vice. In the NBA, you got 8 seconds get across half court, so it makes the games go a lot faster. And then if the ball gets turned over in the backcourt, all the points change. So 3 become 4, 2 become 3. And then if you get fouled, you get an extra free throw on the free throw line.
Yeah, like the old school NBA.
Yeah. So, and then plus we got the FIBA rule where if the ball touched the rim, you can knock the ball off the rim.
Oh, so you got the European. I didn't realize you could go 10 like that. Oh, man.
Yeah. Europeans, they can do that. Every time the ball touches the rim, they can knock the ball off the rim. So the ABA, we can do that in the ABA also.
Now, don't y'all, I might be smoking. Y'all have a 4-point shot?
Yeah, actually, yes. So, I know the 3D, the 3 come a 4.
Okay.
And then the half court shot. If you hit a half court shot, it's a 5-pointer.
Really?
Oh, wow! I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've instituted a lot of rules over the years, and a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the NBA stuff, like the 3-point line, and that came from the ABA.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fast break came from that. In the fast break,
yep.
The dress, the style, the style. The guys expressing themselves in their own way. all that stuff came from the ABA. You know, and just like I say, the NBA pushed a lot of these guys out, and then our commissioner now, you know, he brought it back about 20 years ago, and it's been going strong, man. You know, you got your great teams, you got your smaller teams, you know. So right now in the War Dogs, we've been doing pretty good. You know, this is my 6th season. That's saying that the All-Star ballot came out this week. I'm saying it's been 6 straight years we had somebody on the first team All-Star
awesome.
ballot.
That says a lot for what y'all are doing, man. It really does. I mean, because how many teams are in ABA? It's several. I mean,
like 100.
Yeah,
this year was 135. This year, so
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
dude.
so we had 2 guys made first team All-Star this is the first year we had 2 guys made first team All-Star.
Wow.
Brandon Howard, I think this is his second season with us. And Wanye King, he's from Fort Payne, and he's his first season with us. So and then Shaky Wiggly, this is second season. He was hurt at the beginning of the season. He really a big dog, man, but he was hurt for part of the season, and he still got honorable mention. So I'm saying that, for the All-Star ballot. So
yeah, I'm
really proud of those guys.
Looking at your War Dog Instagram page where Shaky got 24 points, 3 rebounds against the Gladiators and 3 blocks, and then against the Kings, he went for 29, 10, and 1.
Yeah.
And Wanye got 42 against the Kings.
Yeah. Wanye can, they'll say that, he most definitely can go, man. He's a lethal shooter. You know what I'm saying? Most of the guys we work with, a lot of the guys got little issues where we can work with their game, but he's been a pretty lethal shooter for us this year.
That's awesome.
Now, so all right, the playoffs are starting. How many games does it take to get to the championship game? Once the playoffs start?
So we got to win. So next weekend we got to win. We win on Saturday. Then we play on Sunday, and then that'll be for our region, for the black region, and then we'll go play for the South on the 22nd. Then that weekend we got to win on Saturday and Sunday, and then if we win that weekend, then we'll go to the Final Four, where the Final Four is in St. Louis.
So you got to win 2 games in the region to advance.
Yeah, 2 in our region, then 2 in the South region.
Okay.
And then we'll make it to the Final Four in St. Louis.
Okay. Wow, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Would be awesome.
Yeah, most definitely. So I'm looking forward, man. So and then just say, we're hoping I got Coach on here, Coach Ronald Miller. Man, he's been doing a fabulous job with these young guys, man. When you bring in a whole bunch of young guys, we already brought back really 3 starters last year, and everybody else was brand new. So you're trying to match the egos and all this other stuff, bad basketball that they might have learned at different places. Yeah. And then you try to put it together. And he did a fabulous job bringing these guys together and everything like that. So it was his first year coaching with us, and look forward. Rebuilding, keep rebuilding this thing the right way. So,
yep, it's sad, but you're right. You pick up a lot of bad habits depending on where you played, who you played for, and all that, and then you get in the semi-professional world or professional world, but and then you got to change some of that stuff.
Yeah, and true. It's like, and like we tell a lot of these guys, if you're trying to go, if you do get a shot at the NBA, which is very slim, but most of the guys got a big opportunity to go overseas, and play in the league. But even going over there, you gotta be ready mentally and physically. A lot of these guys, they just want to use their athleticism, but a lot of times it's the mental side is hurting a lot of these guys.
Yeah,
being mentally ready, to push their work out, past that limit. Most of the guys, all they want to do is just run up and down the court. No, you got to get in that weight room.
Exactly.
You got to put up 1,000 shots. You got to do these extra things to be consistent.
Yeah.
So these are the type of things that we constantly try to beat into these guys. You know, so.
And you got to want it because I know all these guys have jobs. Like they're not making a living off the ABA salary. They've got to work, but you got to go to work, and even like you said, you got to get in that gym, man, and put in the effort and get in that weight room and get stronger. And
Gideon knows about that. He playing over in Europe, isn't he?
Yeah, he was. I don't know if he still is.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a big opportunity for them to be able to go overseas, man. That's some good money, and you get to experience all kinds of great stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling my coach, I said, man, hey, I know y'all been beating me up, man. We do need to get a game up in Athens.
It'd be awesome, man.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, that Athens High School gym would be, it'd be a good. Well, we talked about that last year.
Yeah, they got something, this year, we're looking at talking about doing like a little tour. So I'll stay in touch with y'all, man. And if y'all can help me work some things up that area, man, we might come up there and do something up there.
We know a guy.
Well, I was going to say, we got Coach Powell and Coach Byrd from Calhoun sitting here right now.
I ain't got to work that angle. He can come to Clements.
There we go. Coach
Legs. We got a gym that's as nice.
That's what I was going to say. Y'all's gym's big.
Yeah. It's a lot nicer than anywhere else in the county.
It's probably the nicest in the county.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. You can come anytime. Just got to let me know.
There we go. Clements High School, buddy. Yeah, we'll get
right off the highway,
We'll have Tim send you Coach Legs' contact info.
We ain't got nowhere to land y'all's plane, though, Coach Jones. You have to land over in Huntsville and drive it in.
You have to come in on a chopper or something.
You got the football field out there.
Sir.
Which school?
It's called Clements High School.
It's on Highway 72.
Clements out west of us.
It's going towards Florence.
Yeah.
Okay.
And really, that's a good location because you could draw in some of those Florence people. It ain't that far from. It's like around Lauderdale.
About 30 minutes to Florence. About 30 minutes to Madison.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good. That'd be a really good location.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can talk. We're looking at doing some camps this year too. So maybe we look at maybe do something with you. Hey, hey, give me your number and we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll get you that.
I'm about to send you something in your text message here just a little bit, Timothy.
Okay. This is beautiful right here. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
Plus, man, to give y'all a lot of exposure too. Open up, potential fans and stuff.
I need to get my brother-in-law back out there trying out for the War Dogs.
There you go.
Who's that, Zane? That'd be cool.
Yeah, Coach Legs' brother-in-law played at UAH, and he played some overseas.
He did play a little bit in Spain.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No Zaner with the Spainer.
We looking at some of that. Like this year, 8% of our roster was from outside the area. We're trying to get some guys maybe a little bit in the area if possible.
Yep.
But yeah, man, we just got through talking to 69 kids, so hopefully, like next year, man, I really would like to take the team to travel outside of like I got a guy in Mexico that do tournaments and stuff like that.
Ooh.
I would like to take. But I need support. My biggest thing now is just getting support from people. Know what I'm saying? They to help support the War Dogs. Butts in the seat to sponsorships, partnerships, and stuff like that. So that's the biggest thing for me right now. So yeah, man, I love. Hey, most definitely, man. This might be something special right here. So.
Yeah, I've been to Mexico one time. That's enough for me.
I've never.
It depends on where you go, man. It depends on where you go.
It depends on how you get there, too. I rode in a cab of an 18-wheeler from Laredo, Texas to Mexico City.
No.
Wow.
That was 18 to 20 hours, brother.
Smuggler's Blues, right?
Through the Badlands of Mexico.
Smuggler's Blues.
Exactly. Through the freaking bad. We had a federal. We were escorted by the federales, and we had a private security team to protect us from the federales that was escorting us.
Oh wow!
And we went with NASCAR. I went with as a representative of Goodyear, but 2005 Busch race in Mexico City.
That part would have been cool, but not the security.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You see a lot. I tell you what, you see a lot how the other not the other half lives, but how third world countries can be. It was eye opening. But anyways,
did they have their stinking badges?
Yeah, they did. They had whatever.
We don't need no stinking badges.
I We'll just get back to War Dogs, man. I took us in the ditch with Mexico City.
Man.
Hey, I sent you a location to Clemens High School and the telephone number to Coach Clint Legg, in case you guys want to.
Oh, yeah, I see it now, man. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hey, Coach, hey, we're going to talk most definitely. Me, you, and Ronald Miller. You know, he actually coached at Calhoun for a year, and he was Air Force. I'm Navy. So we got some veterans,
That's cool.
all a part of this. So
Gotcha.
That'd be awesome. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that'd be a good deal right there.
All right. Well, Timothy, tell everybody, you got any more local games coming up, or is it just the tournaments away right now?
yeah, we just got the tournament right now, and then just say stay tuned. We are looking at doing a 3-on-3 tournament. It'll probably be at the Richard Shire Center in Huntsville. We should be locking down the date this week, so I'm looking at do almost like Hoop It Up.
There you go.
Back in the day they had Hoop It Up.
Oh, yeah.
So so we're playing it. This is a way for us to raise money for the team, and then plus get some exposure too. So
right.
Just stay tuned for that.
And you can find Timothy Jones, North Alabama War Dogs on Instagram. And what's some of the other places we can find you at, buddy?
IG NA WARDAWGS NA War Dogs on IG or Facebook. And then our website is wardogsbasketball.com. DAWGS.
Excellent. Man, thanks for joining us this morning, Timothy. And that'd be cool to bring it.
I always appreciate y'all, man.
I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Good luck.
All right, now. Thanks.
See you. Ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Jones, owner of North Alabama War Dogs, calling in on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. It's time to take a quick break. We're coming back. We still got fun stuff left to go here in this last 40 minutes of the show. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
If you have a question, comment, or idea for Tailgate Talk, you can email it to tailgatetalk@hotmail.com. Remember, you can always call or text us during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be right back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks, licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hi, this is Terry Henley, former running back from the Auburn Tigers, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Tomcat. Coach Clint Legg on the other side of the table. Producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we got two of our favorite coaches here. Y'all always come. You show up in here. We don't necessarily always have you on the phone. That's why you got that long curl, girlfriend.
I know.
It's trying to get around the microphone.
It's a Tanner thing. You won't understand.
Who won't understand? Hey, 1983. We had the Jerry curl back then.
I know.
I had a buddy of mine that had the Jerry curl. Man, I always liked the way he rocked it. Frederick Gill rocked the Jerry curl.
That's awesome.
That activator was great, man. I loved it. I had the who was that singer that you said I looked like? I can't remember. Never mind. I'll think of it later. In my senior portrait is a guy that sang "Running on Empty."
Oh, Jackson Brown.
Jackson Brown. That's what I had
Large
going.
love.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Hey, let's get back to Calhoun.
Yes, sir.
The coach, head women's coach, Coach Candace Byrd, Tanner native, Coach Derrick Powell, men's coach, and we got tournaments coming up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Smile. Let me get out the way. Producer extraordinaire taking pictures. There we go. So, obviously, you're in the tournament. The season's going good. We're going to go with Coach Byrd first and tell us about how things are rocking.
Well, right now, we're rocking right now. We're excited about tournament play coming up Thursday at 12 o'clock versus Coastal South. Right now, I feel like we're playing good basketball right now, and this is the best time to be playing our best basketball. We did hit like a slump in the middle of the season, but then it seemed like we found our niche. You understand? So this is the best time to be playing. Everybody's playing together. We're still learning, but we're on the same page, and we're just excited about being able to play, postseason. So this is the fun time right here.
Now, this ain't the first time y'all made the playoffs, is it?
No, sir. This is
that's what I was thinking.
Third.
I like that. She start the program up, come in, and get at it and get going. So
12 o'clock Thursday at Calhoun.
No, sir.
At UAH.
UAH.
Spragging.
Why?
That's how they, the committee, the conference. So they've been going to different locations. Our first year was at A&M, and so last year was at UAH, and again it's at UAH.
I got you.
So they may be, shifting it around. I'm not sure.
I thought they might be scared to come in there the Hoon and take a whipping on the home play. So it's 12 o'clock?
Yeah, it's 12.
How much? I know you guys are free to get in at Calhoun, but it's not like it won't be like that for that tournament, will it?
It won't. I don't know what the price is. Do you know, Coach?
I do not.
Just show up. It ain't gonna be
show up, man. Go to the ATM before you get there. Bring a little cash.
I'm pretty sure they
bring
take
the plastic.
Tap also.
That's right.
They take tap.
That's right.
Is that what it's called now? Take tap.
Take tap.
Take tap. All right.
That's right.
I got tap. Got to add that to my itinerary, my list of things, man. I got tap.
So Candace, you said y'all are playing good in the last few months. What have y'all been doing better that you wasn't doing earlier?
Mentally, I think it was something mental.
Right.
Well, of course, we struggled a little bit defensively, and we've just been picking it up in practice. Changing up the practice. Not doing the same thing every day, but of course we've been really honing in on fundamentals. So you can't get too much of the fundamentals. Right. So we've been really, really focusing on fundamentals.
That's right.
Coach, send it back to you, man.
Yes, sir. We are. We're really excited right now. We entered the conference play like struggling. We were 0-4 out the gate in conference play, and we walked into January with 11-4 record. But we lost a couple kids over the break, and we lost a key piece over the break. But the old saying, one person don't stop the show.
Yeah.
So we kept rolling, and we had to figure it out. We ended up putting out one of our biggest guards in the post, and he's our best scorer, and that was hurting us.
Really?
So after a couple of games of taking L's like that, man, and then your rotations are off now because you lost a starting post player. Man, we started relying on a freshman post player, Saeed Allen. He got into the starting role, and he's averaging about 20 minutes now. And we took Carson Muse off of those big players and allowed him to do his thing as far as scoring the ball for us. And, man, we turned that thing around, and we're here now.
That's great.
We got in.
And Carson will launch it, man.
Yes, he will.
Step back and launch it from way downtown. Oh, yeah.
Launch it from
make them, too.
Launch it from the airport over there. Huh?
We actually had to – initially, he wasn't launching it. You know, he's so passive. Like, I had to really just have some one-on-ones with him to encourage him, like, hey, man, I need you to shoot the ball. Because he's a scorer. He's a scorer, but he doesn't want his team to look at him as if I'm taking bad shots. Or, Coach, I don't want them to be frowning at me because, man, no, man. He's a you can make that shot, and I want you to shoot that shot, period.
If he's shooting the shot and he makes the shot, he becomes not the kid that they're looking down at, but the kid that they're waiting on to make that shot.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the shot. Take the shot.
And also the beautiful thing about this group that I have this year, they want him to take the shot.
Yes.
You know, but in his mind, he's never played with a team like that. He came to me after the Lawson game, and he was like, Coach, we lost against Lawson. And he was like, Coach, I love this team, but the negative part about it is, man, we just too good to each other. He was like, nobody wants to say anything to anybody about their wrongs. He's like, we're too nice on this team, Coach. Everybody we love too much, you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's a great thing to have. You know, hearing that coming from your top guy, it's a great thing to have, man.
Did he have a players meeting after that? And
we did.
Yeah,
we did. Well, they did.
They did. Yeah,
they did. And we won the next game, 92-70.
That's a way to do that,
for sure.
I mean, y'all coach a different level, man. But this is what I see. Even when I first got started coaching in the '90s, is this, man. I want my own kids, mine at my house. I want my kids at my school. I want my kids at my teams, my girls associated with, to hate losing. And now kids, we're going to move on to the next game. I want to linger on what am I doing wrong and understand losing's losing. It ain't all good. We ain't going to stop. I might stop and feed y'all on the way home. We losing. They're going to get y'all a hamburger and we're going home. Is that right?
I wish y'all had this picture of Coach.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna feed you. Yeah. I'm gonna
feed y'all, right?
We're gonna figure out. We're gonna talk about this thing. Right. You know. Yeah. We want to move on.
Yeah,
you know,
when it's time.
But we're gonna talk about it. And you can't get complacent and comfortable with losing. Okay. Right. And then what lesson and what message are you sending? You know, and teaching them about life too. You know, right. So no, we're not gonna get comfortable because I'm not a loser.
That's right.
No, sure. And I know they pick up on that. You know, and I'm not saying I haven't lost games, but as far as like losing, I'm not okay with losing.
That's right.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, like when we walked into that, going through that 0-4 phase, initially in the conference, you lose the Wireless by 1. You know, you lose, but it was frustrating because they see my passion and you run off the pace of your head. Like Coach said, she's not a loser, and I'm definitely not a loser. I don't care if we playing checkers. You know, I'm competitive. So these kids, they feed off of that, and to try to, like you were saying, to try to come out of that slump or figure it out. You know, nowadays it's not easy because you do have those kids that can't get complacent with that.
I got asked one time, Coach, what do you think's wrong with these guys? Won't they hate losing? I said, you know what you need to do? You need them to hate tomorrow when they lose. Tomorrow. Well, I mean, some kids ain't scared of tomorrow because the coach ain't going to do nothing about it when they lose. Other kids know it's fixing to be, for a better term, hell tomorrow when we come in losing. We're going to get this right. We're going to quit losing. But, man, to me, y'all are coaching basketball in junior college, whatever you choose to do in junior college. It's a great time to be in there because of I think the quality of kids y'all can get in that. Tim shut me off.
Tim called.
I wasn't cussing. He just shut me off. Okay, we'll make sure.
And he brought the wrong
make sure I wasn't cussing. Yeah. But no, man, I think with all this NIL and all these people doing what they do, I think it's going to help y'all get a better kid at Calhoun.
You know what? I want to feed off of that statement a little bit, but it's not that easy because you have those really good kids at their high school. They were the guy,
yes,
or the gal, so to speak. So when you recruit 10 people and all of them are the guy, you know, that can be frustrating in itself, confusing in itself. Guys coming in like, man, I'm not playing minutes. Man, I used to play. I didn't come out the game in high school, and now I'm not playing.
Yeah.
So like that can be a difficult time.
That's right. I mean, like I said, man, so you got to figure out how not being the dude, what you can do now to make yourself better, and how about shooting some extra ones. I mean, you talking about a guy don't know, self-proclaimed don't know jack whatever about basketball, but to me, it's all about the fundamentals, like y'all talking about. How many free throws am I shooting? How many jump shots am I taking? I'm gonna run to make sure I'm in shape, or lifting to make sure I'm shooting the same shot for at the end of the game as it was in the first of the game.
Thanks.
You're right.
That's right.
So I had one to come to me, and she said, hey, Coach, what can I do to get better or, get some more playing time? And I said, well, we'll have that conversation once I see that you're doing the extra. If you're not doing the extra, then there's no need for us to really have a conversation right now.
Really?
Once we'll have a conversation once I see you taking the initiative to do the extra. It's not just enough to just come out here and practice during practice time and maybe get up maybe 10 shots after the practice.
Yeah.
But what are you doing outside of it? And that's what it takes. Like he said, you may be the best playing here or whatever, but then when you get 4 or 5 that are the best, and then you're sitting, it's hard. It's hard to really grasp that and to understand that. So,
and I've become an addict of TikTok. Okay, so I watch Coach Ariema talk about what y'all talking about with all the girls he's got. He says, when I look down that bench and you're over there moping, you're not into the game, you're not up cheering for your other guys, you'll never play. You can sit over there the rest of you ain't playing. And I went, man, that guy, one of the best to ever do it. I love listening to guys like that are true leaders that tells you, which if a kid's watching that, maybe they'll pick up on it. Maybe I need to be a better teammate. And at the end of the day, man, that's what I hammer more than us being a good player. It's being the best teammate you can be, because the hard work will pay off in the end. That's what you do.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So,
right to the top. It's a character thing.
Maybe I missed it, but who are y'all playing Thursday?
We're playing Coastal South.
Coastal South.
And we have Bishop.
Okay. So is Coastal South, where are they located?
In Bay Minette.
Bay Minette? Oh, okay.
Coach, where's Bishop?
Mobile.
I got you.
Okay, both of them down there.
Y'all just came off of playing Coastal South.
We did the other night. Yes.
Bishop, we played them. We lost to them in double overtime at their place, and we beat them here.
Well, at least you got back.
So yeah,
sure.
So what's the attitude of the team right now?
Coach?
No, we split. Okay. Yeah.
What's the attitude of the team right now? They like, bring it on, come on up here. We got something for you.
My guys was in the gym yesterday.
Really?
Like they locked in. And when I went in the gym, I saw their cars outside, because I was up also. And when I went in the gym, I thought they was on the floor, man, and I did not see them. And I look up and they in the weight room. And that's the mentality that I want from these guys.
Yeah, like watch out, you're going to get him excited over there. Because I seen him start shaking that.
That's what it's all about.
Coach preached the weight room.
I love it, man. I love it. Even though we are in season and it's postseason, and you can still get better every day. You still can lift.
And I just hope that high school kids is listening to what Coach just said, because it is a struggle, not just at our school, but every school, I love y'all, but here it goes, for a basketball player to think, I don't want to work out during the season. The ones that are good, like the ones that's playing at Calhoun, they're doing it. I don't think to me it's a process of it's never ending. You lift the whole year. You don't get sore. If my big butt worked outside every day, I wouldn't get sore. But when I go outside and pull up limbs, something will be sore. But, man, for him to do that, it ain't just about the shots. It's about how strong you're going to be at the end.
Well, I remember folks saying, didn't work out playing basketball.
Yeah,
Mess your shot up.
Yeah.
That's old school thought right there.
Crazy.
I don't believe in that. I believe in if you work out and if you lift, your shot will improve because it's muscle memory.
Yeah.
Those muscle fibers, they won't get sore when you're in double overtime versus a regular game ending in 4 quarters or two halves, so to speak.
Well, since we're talking about it, are there so like in Coach, you like the power cleans for football players? Maybe bench press, the squats. Well, what about what kind of workout routine is it? I mean, is it the same type of mess?
It's some things I don't allow them to do.
Okay.
But for the most part, man, as long as you're in there, it's only like 2 things that I don't allow them to do.
Okay. Cool.
Well, we were off yesterday. We were off. Yeah. We took off yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. We were off because we've been going because we played like that Thursday. We were off like that Friday before, then we came again that Saturday. We played that Sunday. We played that Monday. We practiced that Tuesday, Wednesday, and played Thursday. Yeah. So I gave them off.
There you go.
Yesterday.
But Coach, you got to understand too. We haven't made it to the tournament.
Oh, really?
In my 3 years of tenure here.
Okay.
This is our first year. So, man, when Carson, when BJ, when JP, when all these guys come to me like, hey, Coach, we're getting you in that tournament, they are excited as I am to get there. So when I can't sleep in the morning and I see them in there before I get in there, I think it was just they were excited. Carson told me, Coach, I went to work this morning and I got out of work and I came to live. I couldn't go to sleep.
Coach, I got freshmen. I'm the only one that's been to the tournament.
Coach,
I'm just saying, like, I understand the excitement, but sometimes your body does need a break. Your body,
absolutely.
Whether it's physical or just a mental break too, But we're all excited. We're excited for the meet. I'm excited for Coach Powell. I really am. He goes hard, and I'm not just saying that because he's right here. I've told him I see what he does day in and day out, and he goes hard. He goes hard for everybody. So I'm excited. I'm happy for him to make it. I mean, it's for the bringing the program back. Mm-hmm. We're excited.
Yeah, and I mentioned this off the air before the show. Thursday night when you guys played, we were looking at the standings, the men's standings, and we didn't think that you had made it. And you were saying that something had to happen that night in order for you to make it.
Yeah, it was 3 things that had to happen 2 things that had to happen for us to get in. 3 things that had to happen for it to be the way we wanted it to be. So, and all 3 of those happened. So the 2 things.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we at the end of the day, we could only control the controllables because we were in this same situation last year. Same exact situation. We had to win. We had to beat Shelton, which we did. Southern Union had to lose. Lawson had to beat Southern Union. Southern Union won in double overtime by 2 points last year. Mm-hmm. So and this year, I just told the guys, man, just control the controllables. Just do what you do.
Yeah, and now that you brought that up, I can remember walking after the game was over with, walking up and down the halls, waiting for the outcome of that other game to see if you'd made it. And so the whole time, Garth Garris he was doing the play-by-play, and the whole night he was saying, well, the men hadn't made it, blah, blah, blah. So we didn't know about all the external workings. And then you guys had to wait and see if who was it?
Bishop and Shelton.
Bishop and Shelton. Mm-hmm. You knew you were in it. You just didn't know what your seed was going to be. So, it worked up. Moved up a seed.
Moved up.
But, man, I'm impressed with you guys. But what else I'm impressed with is this, man. I'll sit here and tell you this. I love my teachers at my school, but I really love my coaches because of the time and effort and they put in when everybody else is at home. I said, but for you guys to be successful, you got to have people who support you. And I think now Calhoun has somebody in place down there now that loves athletics and sports. And AJ, and I think that
I'm gonna take it even further. Jimmy Hodges, our president, not only like he brought AJ in,
That's right.
You know, but Jimmy Hodges, not only does he love athletics, man, he just loves people. Like he's a good guy, and
now he's the president.
Yes, he's our president, and
I got a phone call today from one of the coaches at Calhoun that said, "Hey man, we're going to start giving away 17 scholarships to flag football down here." I said, "Well, I got a couple basketball girls that are a little bit too short to be playing really high level college basketball. But if you throw it to them out in the flats or in a seam, they won't catch them." And he goes, "I want them." I said, "Well, they need a full. If they can get it, they'll be there." So, man.
So this is at Calhoun, the flag football team.
Flag football.
Wait.
Yeah.
Flag football.
AJ is a good one.
Yes.
He supports us.
Yeah.
And just a stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying?
And he makes you feel appreciated too, right, Coach?
Yeah. So he's got a lot of new things coming.
Soccer
coming for our athletics, and so we're excited. We're happy for AJ being there. Yeah,
that is awesome.
Coach Stevenson's going to be their flag football coach.
Bart
Oh
Stevenson.
my God!
Oh, cool.
So long as you don't put Crump out there with him, he'll be all right. Oh God!
So let's talk about recruiting a little bit. How's recruiting going?
Well, with me,
yes, ma'am.
So with me, I did have one. I had offered around here from But that's okay. We'll talk about that one later. No, we're done. No, we're good. We're good. No, we're good. But no, I have one that has signed. Okay. I have one that has signed. I haven't really been heavy on the recruiting trail right now because I've really been focused.
Yeah.
When I say honestly, I've really been focused. And then you having to really look and see what you need for next year, what has helped. What you're working with right now. So I'm trying to be a little bit more strategic about my recruiting. When I came in, just to be honest, I didn't have that mentor, to teach me.
Yeah, you had to learn on the fly.
I had to learn, correct. So I do have one. I do see like Shelton and the tough teams that we play in our conference, what they have and the standard, if that makes sense. So I'm having to really gauge and see what I need. But as far as like recruiting, I have signed one and I have sent a couple of other offers out. But next year I'm looking for a different look. So I'm gonna get started back on the recruiting right after the season.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Players do they, like in regular college you get the red shirt. Nowadays they're giving you an extra year for JUCO. Do you girls, boys, men, women, when they come in, do they have 3 seasons to play too, or is it 2 seasons it?
They have 2 seasons.
2 seasons is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was my question. I don't know why it popped up, but it did.
2 seasons at the JUCO level.
Okay. And they got to pass.
Correct. They have to pass 12 credit hours.
Yeah.
And, just stay on top of their academics. I mean, that's it,
Man, if you're flunking out of I went to Calhoun. If my dumb self can get out of Calhoun.
Easy now.
Come on, man.
Easy now.
I think nowadays it's a little bit. Man, COVID hurt a lot of people.
It did. It did.
COVID hurt a lot of people.
No.
Man. I had one kid. I'm going to be honest with you. You talk about recruitment. He was a true COVID kid. 2 years at home. And he got to Calhoun, and it blew his mind. Mm-hmm. And he struggled every semester. In-person classes, he couldn't do it. He was used to the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And he was comfortable with the screen, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But man, when it comes to recruiting for us, I like to shoot for a lot of local kids, but we go anywhere. We'll go anywhere and get them.
There you go.
Awesome.
Now, what I was joking with, Coach, is I went to tech school my last 3 years of high school. It's because I didn't have to take any math, so I went to Calhoun. I couldn't pass business math because I hadn't taken a math class in 3 years. I've been at tech school.
But Coach,
I passed
right,
algebra
man.
Fine, but I didn't pass the rest of it.
We get them in high school that's been sitting at home trying to learn like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think I can speak for this because I've been knowing her forever. Candace and Rod couldn't learn at home on a computer.
You said
you couldn't have. You couldn't have.
No.
Because, number one, my kids can't because we're the only ones, I think, that did the work during COVID. And my daughter's all like, Dad, we got to do it all. We got to do it all. And we would put the answer would be X equals 4. And she'd go, Daddy, you got it wrong. I went, no, it's X equals 4. She said, no, it's just 4. When we did it, we had to do the whole answer.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
I said, no, I can't do this no more, man. This is awful. We got to hurry up and get back at school. I think you lose stuff like, I learned how to get along with folks.
Personal.
Learned how to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
Disagreements.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Conflict resolution, yeah.
But I also got buddies of mine that set their tails at home working over there at the Arsenal, like making big cheese, and then they got to go back to work. I got to go back to work. Well, man, I've been working. Mm-hmm. We all go to work every day. You can go back over there and make your money, a lot of money.
Yeah. For me, I'm from Lowndes County, Alabama. So punishment for me was going inside.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, and we had games, we had Nintendos, but you go inside, it was like you were taken away from my happiness. But nowadays, going outside is punishment.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I know you got a fear of the way the world is being.
Okay, that's around Greenville.
The way the world is now, but it's a little different from how I was raised. We didn't lock our doors. We could go next door to somebody's house, and we didn't worry about somebody snatching our kids or something like that. But like nowadays, as parents, we have to get outside and just go outside with our kids because this staying inside in this bubble, inside these four walls, watching these screens,
it drive you crazy, man.
Yes.
I'm glad I don't have those kids, man. I'm glad mine love the outside. I'm like you, Coach. Floodlights on.
Oh yeah,
Get home. Come home.
Mm-hmm.
Street lights on. Time to head to the house. And my mom, Candace knows my mom. My mom was an equal opportunity butt whooper. She whooped every one of my buddies' tails and mine for not acting. Man, that's the way we were raised, and that's the way everybody was raised like that back in the day. Didn't care.
Nowadays, man, you touch it. You whoop somebody else's child. Why are you whipping my child? Yeah. Versus I can go to a birthday. I can send my mom would send me to a birthday party, and if everybody got a spanking, we all got a spanking.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't no questions asked.
Yeah, more than once I got spanking at school. Get home, got another waiting on me.
Trust me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Anybody sitting at this table seen my two kids out acting a fool, and if y'all don't whip them, I'm gonna be mad at everybody at this table.
I ain't touched them girls. Whoop my tail.
Don't care. I mean, that's the way. That's one thing that's wrong with everybody now, man.
But let me ask
soft
you this.
Society.
I just want to put this out there when it comes to accountability, because I know me and Coach we've talked about this, and when we deal with parents, we could check kids, but then when you have those parents step in and they are like, my child, why are you disciplining my child? We don't have that sense of like how we was raised, like believing what the adult says, so to speak. Now we get onto a player, they run to the parent, and now we fighting two people. Versus when I was raised, we get onto the kid, we run home, and now the kid faced with two adults telling him that you were wrong.
Right.
And we don't get that now.
Does that carry over into college like it did so much in high school?
Listen, I'm just gonna put that out there, and y'all can do what you want with it or whatever. But I don't care. I don't do that. Yeah. We're gonna have a conversation, because now you are at the age, you are an adult, and we're gonna treat you as an adult. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't any disagreements or they don't agree with, because they're not gonna agree with everything that you as a coach.
Right.
But I'm not going back and forth with parents. That's just what I'm not gonna do, because now that the player should learn now how to have a conversation with the coach, have a meeting with the coach. That's just what I'm not going to do. Now in high school, I'm not saying that I haven't done that, had talks with parents, but now you're at the age, no, it's time for parents to step away, and it's time for the player to be an adult and have a conversation.
Didn't matter what you did at school. I had no say. The teacher was always right. I have a job now where, Coach, they'll come to my office. I think your teachers are bullying my man. But this is what I have instituted. As a parent, you want to get on social media and you want to blast the school or any coach I got, your kid's done.
Yep.
We ain't doing that. We got a problem. We'll fix it. You come. My door is always open. I don't do no meetings. I had a meeting with you, Mr. Legg. Come on in. But I'm going to tell you like it is, and I'm going to tell you like this. When the coach says it, we're going to do it. And then when they leave, I'm going to go, Coach, come on, man, you're killing me. But, I'm not going to let that happen with our kids. But that's what's wrong. It's too many parents. It ain't my kid. Yeah, it is. And I try to combat that by being supportive and understanding that, man, you want to get on social media and say, Coach ain't doing this, done. We'll talk, done. I can't stand that, man. Facebook is the gutless form, kind of like email.
Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, UAH plays next Thursday.
We Calhoun.
Play at UAH. God bless, I apologize. See, I got the
It's a Tanner thing you wouldn't understand.
I know, right? Yeah, really. Calhoun plays at UAH next Thursday. The women plays at 12.
Correct.
The men play at 6 p.m.
That's right.
So we don't know what the ticket prices are, but we know they will have tickets and the door will be open. So,
and if you're a Calhoun fan, wear your blue. We're going to blue this thing out.
Blue it up. I got enough blue.
That's right.
I am going to do my best to get out there, man. I am going to do my best to get out. I won't be able to make the noon game, but I can possibly make the 6 p.m. game.
That'll be fine. And I'm sure. And last year, I'm unsure. I hope I'm not speaking prematurely, but they normally have the games playing on Jock Jive Live. Okay. So I'll look into that and I'll let you know, Tim.
So, Coach, when you win this game, where's next? Same place. Okay.
The following day at 4:00.
Okay.
It's March 6th through the 8th.
And when you win, it will be.
I think it's noon too. So
Friday at noon. Okay.
I'm a fan. I looked ahead.
There you go. Friday. And you said when did you say yours was?
It'll be the following day at.
You got it.
Yes. Coach plays at 12. She'll play at 12 each day, and I'll play at 6 and 4.
6 and 4. All right.
And the championship game for the women's is at 1 p.m.
Saturday.
Followed by the men's.
Okay. Men's right after.
Approximately, 45 minutes after the game.
Excellent. Cool. Well, that's great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know where we are, know where they'll be. Calhoun coaches, Coach Candace Byrd, Coach Derrick Powell, women's and men's respectively. Thank y'all so much for joining.
Thank you.
Rachel, I always love you coming in here.
Yes, sir.
Talk about.
One more thing, Mr. Willie Byrd. You got one good kid. She's sitting right here with me. I'm sorry.
The other two gonna get it.
I know they are. I'm waiting for them. I'm ready.
Rod's going. I got something waiting on you, man.
I'm ready.
I love it. It's time to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
What is community? I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Hadley Madison from East Limestone High School. And to me, community is supporting those who connect us. First National Bank proudly supports our neighbors, businesses, schools, and organizations that make Limestone County a great place to live and to work. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
He's got a push. Backed up three. And he got it! Three-pointer at the buzzer to win it! Unbelievable!
Unbelievable! Join Play Action Sports for another season of Calhoun basketball. You can hear live action from men's and women's teams streamed on the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus or online at pasplus.net. Check out the online archives on the website or on your favorite podcast platform too. And listen for select games on Sundays at noon on WKAC Radio. Calhoun basketball from PAS Plus.
Hey, I'm Cody Gross. I'm the head football coach at Athens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tom Cat alongside Coach Clint Legg, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. Do we have Coach Wallace on the phone?
No. Got so involved, I just spaced out. So I said, we'll try to get her on next.
Coach Wallace. It's your principal's fault.
She was at her son's baseball.
Was she?
Anyway,
okay. She good?
She does a great job, man. She's doing a good job. She was a really good player herself.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Where'd you get her from?
We hired her at East Limestone.
That's it.
She lived there by me, out there at Clements Community, so pretty easy fit. Now they've moved to Loretta, Tennessee, and she's making the drive to Clements, which is not really.
That's not to say. That's not that far.
40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But she does a real good job with our girls, and they're learning every day. It's building a program, if you will, kind of like all of our spring sports is at Clements, and got to buy into playing a little bit more than just school ball and quitting it.
Right.
But, man, I'm excited. I didn't realize that you guys did even stream the Calhoun games. But, man, I'm just telling you, man, I really feel good about what's becoming of Calhoun as far as all the sports. When they get to they're just going to build some dorms for the kids and be a great place. I mean, to me, the state-of-the-art Calhoun Huntsville campus, if y'all ever been by there.
Yeah.
We amazing.
That Tennessee Valley Prep School we had a show over there one day, and they were under construction, and what was finished was extremely nice.
Awesome, man. But it's a good time, man. Spring sports, and you guys that can, spring sports don't make as much money as per se the football does, and they feed off how much money they can make off tickets. So get out and support your team. It don't matter who your team. Ready to go. Jessica just sent me a text. I'm ready to talk.
Oh. I sent her a text that says,
please
sorry.
do.
We have
Jessica, if you're listening, this ain't nothing to do with me. So
sorry, my fault. While I'm thinking about it here, let's get our athlete of the week out of the way here. Luke McElgay of ABS was our winner this week, so he picks up an Applebee's gift card and a Tailgate Talk T-shirt. And our last towel with the Havoc winners, Emma Kate Osborne, Brooke Cofield, and Kimberly Hicks. They pick up tickets to see the Huntsville Havoc.
Did I hear you guys say next week was the heck with Christmas, the heck with Thanksgiving, Bama Zach's favorite time of the year, the Chili Challenge?
Yes. The Chili Challenge.
Yep.
God, that's awesome. Where is it? Where is this at? Where is it?
It's the event center, isn't it?
The event center.
Okay. Awesome. Come out and support that, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Awesome.
Come see us at the event center down on Pryor Street. The Chili Challenge,
dude.
They got me judge a hot wing contest.
He could do that.
He could. It's time to end this thing. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get ourselves up out of here. On behalf of Coach Clint Legg, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, I'm Tom McClung. War Eagle beat them Cats.
Roll Tide.
While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Barron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.